she was my brother's best friend. And my secret love. My brother's best friend was my first love. I liked him for years, but I never told him because he was my brother's best friend. I didn't want to jeopardize our relationship or cause any tension. So I kept my feelings a secret and just enjoyed being around him, hoping that maybe one day he would notice me too. We spent countless hours talking about everything under the sun. We'd stay up late into the night, talking about our dreams, our fears, our hopes for the future. And all the time I couldn't help but think how amazing he was. Not only was he handsome and charming, but he was also kind, funny, and intelligent. He was everything I ever wanted in a man and more. But despite the way I felt about him, I knew that I couldn't be with him. Not only was he my brother's best friend, but he was also my brother's business partner. They had started a company together, and it was their dream to make it successful. I knew that if my brother found out about my relationship with his best friend, he would be furious. And I didn't want to be the reason for any rift between them. So I did the only thing I could do. I buried my feelings for him and tried to move on. I started dating other men, but it just wasn't the same. I couldn't help but compare every guy I dated to him, and no one could compare. They say that if you love something, you have to let it go. But in my case, I didn't even get to let it go. I had to keep it in, pretend that I didn't have feelings for him at all. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Years went by and I still loved him, but I never gave up hope that one day he would notice me too. Maybe he felt the same way about me, but he was just too oblivious to realize it. Or maybe he didn't feel the same way and I was just deluding myself. Either way, I was willing to wait forever to find out. Then one day everything changed. One particularly rainy night, I was sitting by the window watching the raindrops fall. It was one of those endless gray days that seemed to last forever. Suddenly, I heard a knock on the door and I turned to see him standing there, soaked to the bone. He had been outside in the rain and hadn't seen me watching him. When he turned and saw me, his eyes widened in surprise. "I didn't know you were home," he said, shaking his head to clear the rain from his eyes. "I just got back from a business trip, and I didn't expect it to rain so heavily," he added, smiling sheepishly. I couldn't help but smile back. It was the first time in years that we'd been alone together without my brother. We talked for hours that night, just like we used to. And for the first time, I felt like there was a chance that he might feel the same way about me. The rain continued to pour outside, but inside we were warm and dry. And I felt like the luckiest girl in the world. As the night wore on, I could feel the chemistry between us growing stronger and stronger. Suddenly, he stood up and walked over to me. "I need to tell you something," he said, his voice serious. Before I could respond, he leaned in and kissed me. It was the most amazing kiss I'd ever had. And in that moment, I knew that he felt the same way about me that I did about him. We spent the rest of the night together, talking and kissing and making plans for the future. Finally, as the first rays of sunlight began to peek through the curtains, he had to leave. He promised to come back that night, and we spent the day texting each other non-stop. When he came back that night, he told me that he loved me, and I told him I loved him too. We made love that night and every night after that. For the first time in my life, I felt like I was truly happy. I had my amazing boyfriend, and I couldn't wait to spend the rest of my life with him. If you like the story, subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and share the story your friends.